Picture this. It's the late 1990s, the internet has just burst onto the scene, and venture capitalists are in a frenzy to invest in anything with a .com in its name. This was the era of the .com bubble, a time marked by unbridled enthusiasm, ambitious dreams, and perhaps a dose of irrationality. The .com bubble was more than just a period, it was a financial phenomenon. Investors worldwide were caught up in the digital gold rush, pouring money into internet-based companies with the hope of striking it rich. The mere whiff of a business going online was enough to send share prices soaring, even if the company lacked a solid business plan or any substantial revenue. In this era of .com hysteria, the stock market was a playground for speculators, driven by the promise of the internet's transformative power. Traditional valuation measures were thrown out the window as investors chased the next big thing. The mantra was simple: get big fast, worry about profits later. But amidst this frenzy, there were critics. Some investors and economists warned about the lack of substance behind many of these .coms. They pointed to the inflated stock prices, the absence of profitability, and the unrealistic business models. Yet their voices were often drowned out by the roar of the crowd, the promise of the new economy. The .com bubble was a time of extraordinary optimism, a time when the rules of business seemed to be rewritten. The internet was the Wild West of the business world, a frontier full of promise and peril. Venture capitalists and individual investors alike were lured by the siren song of potential profits, often overlooking the risks involved. And just like that, the .com bubble was a financial phenomenon, but little did we know, a crash was on the horizon. This was a time of great change, a time when fortunes were made and lost, a time that would shape the future of technology and business. The .com bubble was the dawn of the internet age, a period that forever changed our world. But as with all booms, there was a bust waiting in the wings. As quickly as it rose, the .com bubble burst, sending shockwaves through the global economy. In the early 2000s, the .com bubble that had been inflated by exuberant speculation and sky-high valuations burst spectacularly. This sudden implosion was the result of several interconnected factors. One of the main culprits was overvaluation. Tech companies, many of which were little more than startups with unproven business models, were being valued at stratospheric levels. The promise of the internet had led investors to throw caution to the wind, betting big on companies that were yet to turn a profit. It was a classic case of irrational exuberance, where the perceived value of these companies far outstripped their actual worth. Then came the sudden halt in venture capital. As the millennium drew to a close, venture capitalists began to tighten their purse strings. The once free-flowing river of capital that had fueled the .com boom suddenly dried up. Companies that had been burning through cash in the hopes of capturing market share were left high and dry. Without the necessary funding to continue their operations, many of these companies went under. Finally, there was the shift in investor sentiment. As the reality of the situation began to dawn, investors started to panic. The optimism that had once propped up the market turned to fear. Stocks that had been the darlings of Wall Street were now being shunned. The sell-off was rapid and brutal, leading to a market crash. The aftermath was stark. Companies folded, jobs were lost, and investors were left nursing their wounds. The tech industry, once seen as the future of the global economy, was now in ruins. The .com bubble had promised a new world order, but all it delivered was economic chaos. The dream was over, and the .com era ended in a spectacular crash. But from the ashes of this disaster, new tech titans would rise. The tech landscape was forever changed, but this was not the end. It was merely a painful, yet necessary step in the evolution of the tech industry. Out of the .com crash, a new breed of tech companies emerged. They were stronger, smarter, and more resilient. Among these phoenixes rising from the ashes were the likes of Apple, Google, and Amazon. These companies, now known as tech titans, have not only weathered the storm, but they have also shaped the landscape of the tech industry as we know it today. Apple, originally a personal computer manufacturer, reinvented itself and the entire music industry with the launch of the iPod and iTunes in the early 2000s. It was a masterstroke of innovation that transformed Apple from a struggling computer company into a global consumer electronics powerhouse. Later, the introduction of the iPhone changed the way we communicate, work, and play, solidifying Apple's position as a tech titan. Meanwhile, Google, a search engine born in a garage, quickly outpaced its competitors with its superior search algorithm. It became the gateway to the internet for millions of users worldwide. But Google didn't stop there. They diversified, acquiring YouTube, developing Android, and venturing into cloud computing, thereby etching their name in the annals of tech giants. Then we have Amazon. What started as an online bookstore in the mid-90s has morphed into the world's largest online marketplace and cloud computing platform. Amazon's relentless focus on customer-centric innovation and its strategic foray into diverse sectors, from cloud services to entertainment, have catapulted it to the top of the tech hierarchy. These tech titans learned from the mistakes of the dot-com era. They built strong business models, fostered innovation, and made strategic moves that ensured their survival and success. Each of them, in their own unique way, have revolutionized the tech industry, disrupting old ways and creating new norms. These tech titans not only survived the dot-com crash, but they thrived, changing the face of technology and the world forever. Their journey serves as a testament to the power of innovation, resilience, and strategic thinking. It's a tale of transformation from fledgling startups to the behemoths they are today. Fast forward to today, and tech stocks dominate the market. But how did we get here, and what does the future hold? As we navigate through the 21st century, the influence of technology stocks is impossible to ignore. Giants like Apple, Google, Amazon, and Facebook, now known as the Big Four, have become synonymous with the tech sector, demonstrating a level of dominance that has reshaped the investment landscape. These tech behemoths didn't rise to the top by accident. Each one has achieved its status through a combination of innovation, strategic acquisitions, and a relentless focus on customer experience. Take Apple, for instance. Its commitment to delivering sleek, user-friendly products has seen it become the first company to reach a $1 trillion valuation. Meanwhile, Google has transformed from a humble search engine to a multifaceted tech giant, offering everything from digital advertising to cloud computing. Amazon, the world's largest online retailer, has successfully tapped into the shift towards e-commerce, while Facebook has become an integral part of our digital lives, connecting over 2 billion people globally. But it's not all smooth sailing. These titans face numerous challenges. Regulatory scrutiny, concerns over data privacy, and increasing competition are just some of the hurdles they must navigate. Not to forget the constant pressure to innovate and stay relevant in this rapidly evolving industry. The strength of tech stocks isn't limited to the Big Four, though. A new breed of tech companies like Tesla and Zoom are also making their mark, capitalizing on advancements in electric vehicles and remote work respectively. So, what does the future hold for tech stocks? It's hard to say for certain. What we do know is that technology continues to permeate every aspect of our lives, from how we communicate to how we work, shop, and entertain ourselves. This suggests that the tech sector will likely remain a crucial component of the stock market. The journey of technology stocks has been a rollercoaster ride, but one thing is certain. Tech is now an indispensable part of our lives and the global economy. From the rise and fall of the dot-com bubble to the emergence of today's tech titans, the story of technology stocks is a testament to the power of innovation and resilience. This journey has shown us the explosive growth of the internet age, the harsh reality of unsustainable business models, and the eventual rise of tech behemoths that have reshaped our world. By understanding these historical shifts, we can better comprehend the current landscape of technology stocks. It enables us to make informed decisions, whether as investors, tech enthusiasts, or curious minds. The lessons from the past serve as guiding lights for the future, reminding us of the cyclical nature of markets and the transformative power of technology. Remember, history often repeats itself, but those who are informed are better prepared. If you found this journey enlightening, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Stay informed and stay ahead.